to be looking at futures trading charts for a change. Full disclosure here, I've never traded futures, so I'll be looking at these charts from a purely technical analysis perspective, but I'm really down to try it. So the first futures chart is from Rocky. So
there you go. I know, it's something else to see my name up there from a famous person on YouTube that I've looked up to. Putting my name up there, I really appreciate that, Shay. But anyway, let's continue with this. How's it going? It's Rocky. Welcome to my channel, where one of the topics that I focus on is personal finance. And specifically, it's a side hustle that I do, which is trading the futures market in hopes of basically earning a side income to help me pay my debts and hopefully grow my portfolio for my long-term investments. And like most people, a lot of your trading journey started with trading penny stocks. And with me, that started with watching a lot of YouTube many years ago. And one of the personalities on YouTube that I enjoyed watching was Shay. If you're not aware of Shay, she goes by Hubled Trader on YouTube, and now she has over 947,000 subscribers. And let's go to her channel right now. So Shay is pretty much a person that I like watching because of her transparency. And I started watching her before her very viral video here, which is a day in the life of a millennial day trader. It has 6.1 million views from 2 years ago. And I think she did a great job with this thumbnail because, you know, she was pole dancing on this video. But if you check this out, I'll put a link above. It was actually a nice way to understand what it's like on a typical day of a day trader, and she did a great job just documenting that whole thing. But I was already a fan way before this viral video happened. And one of the reasons that I became a fan of her is because unlike the other YouTube personalities where they're focusing on showing their Lamborghinis and fancy things about trading, basically Shay is the complete opposite of it, and she is pretty much an advocate of showing transparency on how she's doing, which is really one of the reasons why I've tailored my content to that. I like to be transparent on how I'm doing by sharing my account statement every week, and that is something that I've really picked up from Shay at Hubled Trader. And I'm going to show you one of the videos that I enjoyed when she was showing how she did in 2022. This title was called "How Much Money Do Day Traders Make in 2022?" Again, I'll put a link up top here, just if you're curious about what this video is. And I will play that section of the video that is similar to what I do with my content because I was inspired by her doing this.
There's no deposits and no withdrawals. Keep on scrolling all the way to the bottom. We're almost there, I swear. We're almost at the very bottom. This is what happens when you trade a lot. Your statements are like a toilet paper, like a whole scroll of toilet paper, like super long. And we're still only at February 18th. We have like 2 more weeks to go. I swear, we're almost there. Almost at the bottom. We're so close. You can see there's no deposits and no wire out. And you can see the closing balance is $226,444. So for this trading account, my main brokerage account, that gives us a total of $95,898.62 profit.
Now, let me go back to that text a little bit. A profit of $95,898.62. And this is just one of her accounts, and that shows how not only is she transparent, but she's a profitable trader, and that's one of the things that I wanted to show in my content. Except have the opposite effect, because I still consider myself pretty much below average. I still have a lot of issues with risk management if you've been following my content, and that's something I'm working on. But really, this is where my 15 seconds of fame started. Basically, Shay made a post in our community that said, "Do you want feedback on your trading execution charts?" and have them featured in a future YouTube video. So this was a month ago, and she asked to submit this via Google form, and that she'll be commenting and reacting to your trades. So I did this because, again, I've been a fan of Shay for a while, and I was actually thinking that she will roast me. I was afraid to be featured in her channel, but at the same time, I was very excited. So I made a comment about, a month ago, and I said, hey, I submitted an entry. Hopefully my trade ideas will be worthy, and thank you for your time, Shay. So I sent that to her, and every week I've been pretty much checking to see when this video will come out. And finally, I actually missed it when this was released. So this video was released about a week ago, and basically the title is Hubled Trader Reacts to Subscribers Trading Strategy. He has 1.8 thousand likes, and she actually said on the video, if we get 5,000 likes, then she'll do a series of these. And I think this is very good for a lot of traders that, rely on YouTube and YouTube personalities and strategies to pretty much create their own system. And in here, she actually spent most of the video talking about some of the strategies of folks that trade stocks, because that's her niche. That's what she works on. But I do appreciate that she did hit the futures trading, which started here in 12 minutes and 28 seconds. So you can click on that link. I'll put a link above, but here is my, 15-second of fame. And Shay, I really appreciate you for giving feedback on this. And let's see what she has to say here.
Be looking at futures trading charts for a change. Full disclosure here, I've never traded futures, so I'll be looking at these charts from a purely technical analysis perspective, but I'm really down to try it. So the first futures chart is from Rocky. So
there you go. I know, it's something else to see my name up there from a famous person on YouTube that I've looked up to. Putting my name up there, I really appreciate that, Shay. But anyway, let's continue with this.
Rocky says that he's a fan of my content, thank you very much, and he's been following me for a while now.
And yes, I have definitely been following Shay for a while, as I mentioned in the beginning of my content. So keep it up, Shay. I really enjoy seeing the content that you release.
Though he only trades index futures. Now let's take a look at his trade right now. So you can see on this chart here, he placed 3 separate trades. He did mention that he used the indicators to help him for long entries and short entries. He uses the MACD and the Stochastic RSI. So both of these indicators are something I mentioned before on the channel. When I was trading stocks as a beginner, I used these indicators for entry points to help me gauge your entry. So it definitely helps a lot. So basically, you're looking at RSI and MACD over here. So when MACD rolls over, the blue line rolls under the white line. That's when, for this trade, he got in on the short side over here. And then once it starts reversing over here, he got in on the long side. He bought down here, couple contracts, and then sold it into the highs. I think this is a workable strategy, and it did seem like he is trading part-time. I think it's fine.
Yep, it's definitely a working strategy, as you can see in a lot of my content. And yes, I am doing this part-time, but the goal someday is to be able to do it full-time like Shay is doing. And yep, let's continue with what she has to say.
To trade this way, just like I feel like you're missing out on a lot of the big moves. Have you thought about using trailing stops to see while you're away you can set a hard stop?
And that is correct too. So sometimes I have a tendency to miss out on a lot of runs because my trailing stop, I do use it. I do use an OCO, so one cancels the other, where I put a limit on the top and a trailing stop in the bottom. But sometimes the futures market moves too quickly, or my trading stop is too conservative, and that's why I get stopped out sometimes. And that is something that I definitely need to improve on a little bit. And essentially, I do have this problem too with risk management where I get rid of that trailing stop. So I think I've gotten better on it recently, but it's still something that I definitely am working on.
And if the trend continues, you can put like a range order to take profit or to stop you out on the remaining shares. So that's something I probably would work on, is to see if you can hold on to your winners longer, especially after you nailed an entry. So nice work, Rocky. Maybe one day you can teach me how to trade futures.
Thank you, Shay. Yeah, I'll take you up on that offer, but I'm pretty sure it'd be you teaching me a whole lot more as opposed to me teaching you anything. But anyway, that was pretty much something I wanted to share. I was quite excited about this. Please check out Shay's channel at Hubled Trader. I'll put the link above and also on the description. And yeah, that is my content for the week. I look forward to sharing more of my experience next week. I know I've missed my account statement review the past 2 weeks, but hoping to do that this following Friday. All right, have a good one, and I'll see you on the next one.